Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight at Daytona. We've got the Star ARCA Cup Series season opener, points opener of the season here tonight. Going to be an interesting one on the board there. You're going to see tonight's starting lineup. If you remember right, we were here last week with the duels, so the whole field grid is set. Right now we're watching some warm-up / practice action as these guys rip it around. We've got the Patti Engineering 250 here with the Star ARCA Cup Series coming up next here in just a couple of minutes, folks. We're going to kick back, relax, take a look at the grid. We got some music in the background for you. We're going to get started here shortly. In the meantime, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Daytona. It is time. The Patti Engineering 250 season openers, Star ARCA Cup Series. It is grid time, folks. Take a look here as we pull the grid up. We're going to do it a little different here tonight since we know the whole grid. So tonight's starting lineup is as follows, ladies and gentlemen. On the front row, I'm having trouble seeing that graphic, folks, so I'm actually going to hide that. Give me another moment. We're going to show the normal grid. I can't really see it on my screen. But here we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup is as follows. On the front row in the pole position, kicking off the season from the pole, the number 19, Nathan Johnson on his outside, the 00, Sam Hall. Row number 2 on the inside, going to be the number 12, Machine Hunter Sr. on his outside, the 10, Justin's big brother, it's Travis Bieber. Row number 3 on the inside, going to be the number 33, Kyle Hurlitsky, on his outside, the 67, Alex Anderson. Jumping back here to row number 4 on the inside. Row number 4, sorry. On the inside, going to be the number 28, Jordan Warnock. On his outside, the 55, Dylan Lampy. And starting in the 9th position, the number 60, Isaiah Watrous on his outside. Going to be the 46, Dustin Coggin. Starting in the 11th position in row number 6 on the inside, all the way from Canada. In the number 22 machine, Craig Martin on his outside. He is a wrecking machine. He's going to junk that thing tonight. It's the 14, Nathan Fryer. Jumping on back here to row number 7. Keeps wanting to cut out here, my camera angles, folks, so give me a moment. Not sure what's going on, but all right, here we go. So in the row number 7 on the inside, going to be the number 95, Alex McQueen, and the 63, Eric Kepf. Starting in the 15th position, the 1, Michael James, and the 07, Alan Wild. Starting in row number 9, going to be the 99 of Carl Cantonis, and the 36, Braden McWilliams. Row number 10 on the inside, going to be the number 9, Shane Williams, and the 25 of Dylan Johnson. Row number 11 on the inside, going to be the number 29, Zachary Tyler, and the 11, Nate Bogus. Row number 12 on the inside, going to be the number 5, Ruben Fryer, and the 21 of Daniel Molnix. And they're finally rolling off. Not sure why they've been screwing around so long, but they're finally rolling here, folks. Then we jump back here to the 25th position, the number 70, Caleb Yates, the 16, Jordan Evans. Then we got the field filler, Thomas Spencer, in the 3 machine, the 91, Chris Bush, Brian Marshall, Tony Allison Jr., Jimmy Geikus, and folks, here he is. I cannot stand this guy. I don't know if you're in the chat. Let us know what you think of this guy right here. But the number 93, let's get a good look at him. It's Tim McBasketball, my least favorite driver in the field. Jumping back to the 33rd position, the 88, Albert Lopez, the 24, David Nemmert. Then we have the 7 of Jared Skinner and the 45, Connor Zabosian, one of the most talented drivers in the field, starting all the way back there in the 36th position. And in the last row, folks, going to be the 38 car of Christian Schwager. And starting dead last, folks, he's got some serious work to do. It's the 98, Ryan Housden. So that's your entire starting lineup. 100 laps around Daytona International Speedway, folks. This is the season opener, the Patti Engineering 250. Let us know in the chat who you think's going to win this thing, because we got Johnson on the inside, Hoff on the outside on the start. How aggressive are these guys going to be? They going to junk it early on? Are they going to play nice? There's no telling what's going to happen. In the chat, we got McBasketball Hater. I feel you there, buddy. I am right there with you. But we should be ready to go green this time around, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is set. 38 cars signed in here tonight. It's going to be a good one. Pace car is in. Field is set. Green flag in the air. Star ARCA Cup Series action is underway with the Patti Engineering 250. Everybody clean and green so far. Nobody has dared to junk it yet, but it's just a matter of time. As here's Carl's Cantonis. 1 second. Let me fix my graphic there. That was from last night. There it is. Carl Canton is currently in the 16th position. Field getting a little spaced out here. Looks like the back almost lost the draft, but I think everybody is still hooked up in that front pack. It's going to be interesting to see what the strategy is. Who's going to hang in the back, wait for the big wreck? One of them looks to be this man right here, Connor Zabosian. Let's check out that 45 machine, Connor Zabosian, running in the 36th position. He's got a lot of cars in front of him. Always one of the favorites to win here in the Star ARCA Cup Series. This guy right here, Connor Zabosian, that is one good-looking number 45 machine. Boy, these cars are ripping it around here. You see the cameras shaking. We jump back out front. Your race leader, Samuel Hoff, in the 00 machine, leading the pack out front. Let's take a good look at this 00 car. You know what, folks? I'm feeling pretty antsy. I'm up in the booth by myself tonight, but I think I'm going to take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone out for a fly. One moment. Give me second here. Got to get some settings hooked up. We're good to go. All right, so we got the HMS TV drone. Let's see if I can get a connection here with my Bluetooth phone. There we go. So here's the 00, your race leader. That's Sam Hoff flying the drone around. Boy, look at all them beautiful cars. The sun is setting here at Daytona International Raceway. The 67 Alex Anderson right behind him. Never count out that 67 machine. Look at these beautiful views here around the speedway here at Daytona. Let's take this drone out towards the infield. Wow, this is just incredible. These guys racing hard here. Let's disconnect the drone. Back to the camera angles here. Look at these lap times. Average lap time of 185 mile an hour for your race leader, Samuel Hoff. So here's Mr. Sam Hoff all the way from Clarkston, Michigan, leading the pack. Boy, I tell you what, this might be rigged. He might have given himself extra power compared to everybody. As you may know, Sam Hoff is an admin here in the Star ARCA Cup series. And he's leading the race. What a coincidence. Take a look at this number 60 machine, Isaiah Watchers. You know, I'm not impressed. This number 60 car looking pretty slow tonight. Currently in the 10th spot. I just don't think he's got the speed. Probably going to follow the back. Not very quick for the 60 machine. Jumping around. How about Nathan Fryer running around the 12th spot? Then we got Eric Kep out of Cincinnati, Ohio, running 14th at the time, middle of the pack. Let's drop back to the rear. See who's running last. That's going to be Chris Busch. Boy, he's looking like Kyle Busch back there, running 38th from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. This 91 car of Chris Busch is junk here tonight, folks. Speaking of which, it's time to pull up the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Battle for Last graphic. Take a look at this beautiful graphic here, folks. There it is right now. Chris Busch taking home this coveted award, folks. If you're new here to Hutchinson Motorsports TV, this is something we do every week. We always highlight the battle for last. You know, a lot of guys, they like checking out the race leader, who's fast, who's good. Well, not here all the time, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We like seeing the slugs every once in a while. And that here tonight, Chris, is Chris Busch in last. But we jump back out front. Sam Hoff, still your race leader. Looks like Alex Anderson glued to that back bumper here, sticking with him for the time being, while Nathan Johnson in the third position. Looks like that bottom line is hooked up here tonight. Let's take a look at Kyle Herlitzky. Look at that number 33 on the side of the car. Looks like he's got it either too small or crooked. That just looks a little funky, don't you think, guys? But we're checking out the chat, all these great fans. We got Hunter in the chat, Connor Gerard, the McBasketball haters in here. TL, thanks for tuning in, buddy. All kinds of great viewers tuned in here to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So be sure, folks, click that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hunter in the chat knows all about Sam Hoff. Absolutely, Sam Hoff, always cheating. Always has an advantage. Unbelievable. Time to check out, how's the field filler doing? If you're not familiar with the field filler, folks, boy, I can't even find him, he's so far back. Thomas Spencer, here he is. Nobody fills the field like this man right here from Long Beach, California. Thomas Spencer, right now running 31st. I tell you what, this number 3 car is junk here tonight. And we drop even further back. Boy, look at this guy right here, Tim McBasketball. That car is, oh, we got one into the wall. Oh my, big wreck. Big wreck, they're still wrecking, folks. Oh, look out. McBasketball almost smoked him. Man, I wish he would have got him. That's unfortunate. Looks like Jimmy Geikus is junk. Garrett Skinner as well. Let's see what happened here, folks. See that high lane moving around a little bit? Oh. Yeah, looks like the 18 there just gets absolutely junked. Let's rewind this a little bit, folks. Go back to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. Get a little better view. Take a look at that 18 car on the top line here. Looks like he gets some help. Oh, yeah, just a bad push there. Oh, my. Terrible push, and then a, looks like a couple cars up there involved as well. So it looks like Geikus, Skinner, and I'm seeing Christian Schweiger kind of involved as well. So handful of cars involved here. That's unfortunate for him. But the caution is out here for the first time of the evening. Sam Hoff is your race leader. We're going to go to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV side-by-side view. Thanks some sponsors. Larry McReynolds has a quick message for you great fans at home. We'll be back in a moment for the continuation of this one.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Daytona. If you're tuned in to the chat, take a look. There is an updated poll here up. It is regarding Sam Hoff. Take a look. Be sure to vote in that poll. But right now, you're seeing a new race leader, Hunter Sr., your leader. He elected not to pit, as well as Johnson in that 25 car. I believe that is Dylan Johnson. Yes, it is. So Dylan Johnson, Hunter Sr., the only two not to pit during that caution here. So they're out there in the front row. Everybody else came down pit road. I really like this move here by Hunter Sr. and Dylan Johnson. Pretty early in this race, everybody came down pit road fairly early. So we're going to see how it plays out, though. They're taking the track position. Still early on here. Again, 100 laps. You're watching the Patti Engineering 250 here at Daytona, the season opener with the Star ARCA Cup Series here tonight. Taking a look at the chat, looks like yes is winning so far. 80% of you great fans are saying yes, he's cheating. 20% are saying no. So I don't know, folks. The fans are kind of speaking, but be sure to get your vote in, folks. If you're a driver, especially, get it in before we go green. This is an important vote. Trust me, this is a big part of the race here tonight. And obviously, all polls here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV are factual. So whatever the result is, that's just the facts, period. But again, Senior on the inside here. Johnson on the outside. Field is just about set. You're watching the Star ARCA Cup Series season opener. Patti Engineering 200. These fans, they're up. They're on their feet. They're off their seats. They're ready to go racing. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. Big jump there. Hunter Sr. on the bottom lane trying to hold on to that race lead while here comes the top line led by Dylan Johnson in that 25 machine. Everybody playing pretty friendly here so far. Had that one minor wreck here early on, but really nothing we could have done about that. But how about take a look at this 07 machine of Alan Wild. This is probably one of the most beautiful cars in the field. Not sure who painted that, but they did a great job. Well done, Alan. Right now, Alan Wild in 13th position out of Thomasville, North Carolina, trying to get that thing up to the front. Back here, we got, it's Ruben Rodas has the name of Ruben Fryer again. I thought I fixed it, but I'm going to have to fix it again. Take a look here at him while I work on that. But Ruben Rodas, currently he's 28 out of Powhatan, Virginia. I tell you what, I looked into that town, Powhatan, Virginia. That place, folks, is a dump. Powhatan, Virginia, a place you don't want to be, folks. If you're ever in Virginia and you see Powhatan exit, just keep rolling because you are missing nothing over there in Powhatan, Virginia. They're still ripping it around here at Daytona, still clean and green since this first restart we had of the evening. Again, this is the season opener. First points race of the season. Last week we were here for the Daytona duels. That just set the starting grid to get the ball rolling here tonight. As we look around here, there we go, we fixed the name. We're good to go there, so we jump back out front. Sorry about that. That took longer than I expected, but Hunter Sr. currently in the second position, going to concede the lead for now. Dylan Johnson on that high line out of Davison. Hey, Dylan, I don't know if you tuned in last week, but we still don't know where Davison is, buddy. You need to add your state to your hometown. All I know, though, Davison sounds like a dump to me as well. Here's Sam Hoff currently running in the fourth position with the extra horsepower under the hood, allegedly. He is the second car on the outside line, Sam Hoff. He's been out front here since the start of this race. Let's look around, though, see who your hard charge. Well, your hard charge is going to be your race leader, Dylan Johnson, but that is on a pit strategy call. David Nemmert has also gained 20 positions since the start of this race, folks. Here he is running in the 14th position. He started all the way back in the 34th spot. So he's doing a great job here tonight. Working through the field, still a ways to go. But your biggest losers of the night, no surprise here. Speaking of losers, Isaiah Watrous. He is running in the 31st position after starting near the front. This is embarrassing. Started 9th, he's running 31st. This 45 car, folks, is junk here at Daytona. Look at this thing. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like that. We jump back around here. Albert Lopez cruising in the 19th spot. We're on lap number 16 out of 100 here at Daytona. Long way to go in this one, and look who's back out front. No surprise here, Samuel Hoff back out front. I tell you what, folks, I don't even think he had the draft help. I just think he left the draft, passed everybody, and then pulled back down in line. This car is just flat out faster than everybody. Let's look at this pole here. Looks like 75% of you think Sam Hoff is cheating. Hey, all I do is make the polls, folks. I'm not even voting. If my vote was in there, I'd have a yes, though. But we're checking out the chat here. We got the basketball haters still chatting it up. TL out there. Connor Gerard. Connor, let us know in the chat. You know, if you're new here, you're going to see Connor Gerard every single race. He does not miss a Hutchinson Motorsports TV broadcast, no matter where we're at. We could be in an IMSA road race. He'll be here. Be at a short track, long track. It just doesn't matter. You can count on Connor Gerard being in the chat. But, Connor, let us know what you think this race has been so far on the Connor Gerard Intense Meter. Again, this Intense Meter, folks, is a 0 out of 20 scale. What is Connor going to give it so far? Just a matter of time before he lets us know in the chat. Stay tuned to find out. Meanwhile, Eric Kepf here out of Cincinnati, Ohio in the 12th spot. Let's jump around though here. We know Sam Hoff will race there. Second place currently, Kyle Herlitzky in that number 33 machine. Good run for him so far. Let's see if Herlitzky took that car up front. Third spot still Alex Anderson. Fourth, we got Nathan Johnson. Fifth, Hunter Sr. on the pit strategy call. Sixth, Travis Beaver. Then we got Dustin Carter, Craig Martin. I thought somebody jumped back here. Dylan Johnson's there, sorry. And then Jordan Warnick rounding out your top 10. Looks like we got a second pack, though, here. Handful of guys have lost this main draft. Looks like it is led by the 55 of Dylan Lamb. We got the field filler, Thomas Spencer, right there with him. Let's hop on the nose cam with the white car, Thomas Spencer. Boy, that is a beautiful paint job. Got the reflective paint. That is not a center hit, Thomas. Thomas is trying to junk the 55 of Lampy. You better watch out. This Rentley number 3 machine is a weapon here at Daytona. He's trying to turn him. He wants to right hook him. Thomas Spencer trying to cause caution number 2 here. Wants to take out his competitors so he can run better. Unbelievable. But we go back to the front of the main pack here. Again, Herlitzky still in second. Pushing Sam Hoff. He's trying to get brownie points for the boss man. Herlitzky's trying to push Sam Hoff to a victory here tonight. Third place, still that number 67 machine, Alex Anderson. Good run for him so far as we continue to jump around. You know what, folks? It is time to go trackside. If you're new here, folks, this is a segment we call Harpoon Design. Bring the noise. Cover your ears, folks. It's about to get loud up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Harpoon Design. Bring the noise. Head on over harpoondesign.com. If you need a paint job, folks, they start at just $25. Can you believe it? Brantley Roden with Harpoon Design. He is the #1 rated painter on tradingpaints.com. If you don't believe me, check it out for yourself. Go on over tradingpaints.com, click the painters tab, and click available painters, and the top one you're going to see there, it's going to be Brantley Roden, who is the owner of Harpoon Design. Best in the business, I might add. But Sam Hoff still your race leader out front. Again, we got this lead pack here. Still holding on strong. Nobody's junked it yet since this last restart. Let's take a look at this second pack here. They're trying to run them back down. Right now we got Dylan Lampy. He is, let's see. Well, he's not leading the pack anymore. So Michael James, he is 1.4 seconds behind the lead pack. If these guys can get in a straight line, they will catch this lead pack. It looks like they're running them down right now. Keep our eyes here. Looks like it's a 1.5 second gap now. So they really need to get a run on that back car so they can catch back up with this front pack. Michael James leading these guys, trying to get a push from the 14 of Nathan Fryer. But I tell you what, folks, it is dangerous to have that 14 machine of Nathan Fryer pushing you, because he might just want to junk you. You never know with this kid. Well, we got one falling back here. Might be a lap car. Yeah, Jared Skinner, he's out here logging laps. That number 7 is junk. He is lapped, and he's on the apron right now, letting everybody by. Well, he's out here points racing on night number 1. I love the dedication to this 7 of Jared Skinner. Look at him. This car is junk. He can barely get it going. I don't know if he's meeting minimum speed or not, folks. Look how slow this thing is. That's incredible. Get some chatter going here. Looks like Braden McWilliams trying to get this second pack to get single file so they can catch this lead pack. But these guys are busy. They're racing each other, folks. We're a quarter of the way into this one. Lap number 25, Super Star ARCA Cup Series action. Here with the Patti Engineering 250 at Daytona. It's starting to get a little bit spicy here as the lights are on. The sun has set, and these fans have not sat down one single time. We got a couple coming down pit road. Oh, so if you remember, folks, Hunter Sr. and Dylan Johnson, they both stayed out in that last caution. Well, here they are. They're having to pit early. It looks like the strategy coming back to bite them. These guys can't go very long on fuel, it appears. The worst thing about that, now those two are going to be on their own to draft together. Two cars drafting with each other just simply isn't as fast as a pack. You really need at least 3 cars bare minimum to get them cars up rolling. And honestly, you really need probably more. But again, Hoff out front. Hurlitsky in second, Anderson third. Nothing's changed up front here for quite a while. We'll keep an eye out, see when these guys start coming down pit road. We know they can't last too much longer because remember that first caution came out, I don't know, well before 10 laps into this race. So my guess is they'll probably be pitting at least by lap 35 or so. But we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. And the leaders are coming up on one of the most hated drivers in the field. There he is, Tim McBasketball, getting lapped. Look at this guy. Look how slow he is. You know, his car is perfectly fine, folks. Tim McBasketball, he's floored it. His car's perfectly fine. It's just a lack of talent here. Tim McBasketball, he is slow. He is junk here tonight. Let's hop on board. Hutchinson Motorsports TV nose cam. Tim McBasketball from West Newbury, Massachusetts. He is a lifelong friend with John Cena. Oh, well, I sure hope John Cena didn't make the trip all the way to Daytona to see Tim McBasketball rip it around the track at, what's he going, 70 mile an hour? It's incredible. But a new race leader out front out of Athens, Ohio, Shane Williams. He is your race leader. I tell you what, I raced with Shane a couple weeks ago in an official. I'm trying to remember where we were at. I think we were at Kansas. Shane ended up beating me, I will admit, but he got lucky. But he's looking pretty good here at Daytona. Has that 07 machine of Alan Wild behind him. Sam Hoff falls back to the 3rd spot. Checking out the chat here. We got TL still in the chat. We got Hunter, McBasketball hater. Connor Gerard, of course, reading up on some chat messages here. Let me take a look, folks, as we watch Williams lead this pack. Yeah, TL is not happy with Thomas Spencer, the field filler. Thomas Spencer tried to take out his teammate earlier. Lampy. Boy, it was intentional, too. I tell you what, TL, he wanted to right hook him, but he just ended up missing him, thankfully. So TL has some words to share with the 3 machine of Thomas Spencer. Let's take a look at this second pack. Oh, looks like they have caught the lead pack. Sorry about that. It looks like we have caught the lead pack, so everybody in the same group now. Those guys ended up working together, getting to this front pack here. Just a matter of time before we get down to the pit cycle as they're 3 wide. Look out. The 5 of Ruben Rodas trying to junk the field. Boy, he was swerving. I don't know if he's warming his tires up or if he was just that low on talent, but he has figured it out, has got it back in the line. Ruben Rodas is up to the 4th position now. Connor Gerard in the chat. Hey, if you mentioned the intensity meter earlier, I might have missed it, buddy. Too much going on. So go ahead, drop another comment, Connor. Let us know what the intensity meter is at as Shane Williams continues to lead this race. These guys in the back are worried about losing the draft. It looks like a handful of cars have lost the draft, one of which is Tony Allison Jr., who was not happy last week after getting junked in the duels. That Purina 4 machine, Tony Allison Jr. had some words to share with, I can't even remember who it was. Somebody junked him, and he wasn't happy. So let's hop on board here with Tony Allison Jr. He's got some payback to do. These guys starting to get single file. Let's see how far back they are here. They're about 1.5 seconds behind the lead pack in front of them. So they've got some work to do. They need to get this pack rolling here. They want to catch up. And it looks like we got some battles out front. New race leader, Isaiah Watrous, out of Mooresville, North Carolina, out front in that 60 machine. And right behind him, no surprise here, Connor Zabosian, my pick to win it. That number 45 machine of Connor Zabosian got one of the highest I ratings in the field, folks. 4,500, almost 4,600 I rating. He is definitely not one to mess with. And it looks like a bunch of them coming down pit road here. Look at this big pack pitting right here, folks. That might be too many cars. We got Tim McBasketball, the rolling chicane, leaving pit road at the time. But, boy, I think there's too many. Oh, look out! One car gets hit on pit road. That's the 18. Boy, again, like I said, too many cars pitting at once, in my opinion. You know, you want to pit with friends to get a draft when you come off pit road, but sometimes there's too many. And if I'm still out on the road or on the track right now, I'm pretty happy right now. I like this solid number. They got, what, 10 or so out there with them? So if you pit with a pack of 10 or so, that's pretty solid. That last pack might have been about 25 cars, it looked like. All kinds of them. I might be exaggerating a bit, but there was a lot of cars. Looks like they're all getting off pit road here. Single file, look at all these guys. This might be the most cars I've seen ever pit at once during green flag stops. And here comes everybody else down pit road. That was a close call there. Those two almost junked each other, Daniel Molnix. So everybody else down pit road here. So it's going to be a drag race to see who wins the race off pit road. Is it going to be somebody from this group, or is it going to be somebody from the last group? And out of this group, Sam Hoff is the first car, but look, not much help. He's got Nathan Johnson behind him, and then Ruben Rodas has some gap to fill here with just a 5-car breakaway. So not ideal for these guys, but let's see how it works out here as the race off of pit road is going to be close. Sam Hoff leading this pack. These guys getting up to speed. Isaiah Watrous, let's see if he can win the race ahead of Sam Hoff. To me, it's looking like they're going to do so. It's just a matter of if they can get up to speed in time. So here's Hoff's group. Getting around some of these guys off of pit road. Big push from the 19. Let's see if he can get up to this lead pack. Not looking like he's going to do so. They're going to fly by this guy right here. That's the 1 machine of James. We've got another solo car they're going to get around, and then they're going to go to work on the lead pack, which right here looks to be a pack of 5 cars here. That is Isaiah Watchus, your leader, Kyle Hurlitsky, Connor Zabozi, and Alex Anderson. Pack of 4. But here's Sam Hoff, full speed. Looks like they're going to catch this pack. They are right there, folks. Just about a second and a half out. They're not going to catch them quite yet, but they got plenty of time here. So they pit around lap number 32 or so. So we should be good to pit. I'd say the next pit window is going to be around lap 50 to 55. But since we just did a full green flag pit cycle, these guys are falling in the line here, kicking back, relaxing, logging some laps. We're going to go Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. We're going to take our second break of the night. Don't you worry, though. You're not going to miss a lap because we're going side by side. We're going to play some tunes as well. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Patti Engineering 200 Super Star ARCA Cup Series season opener in Daytona. We'll be back in a moment. We are back here at Daytona. Isaiah Watcher is still your race leader out front. Kyle Herlitzky, he's been in the top 3 basically all night long, but I don't think he's even led a lap yet, but he is in a good spot as Isaiah Watchers continues to lead. We've got a single file pack here out front here, trying to see how many cars we got in this pack. Looks like the last one in is the 9th position car of Dustin Coggin. But it looks like this second pack has finally reeled them in, led by the 1 of James. Yep, they are caught back up now. In the chat, we got Hunter. He is not a fan of Dustin Coggin. He does not like this Grantville, Georgian Dustin Coggin. He thinks he's slow. He wants him to wreck. So lead pack now up to many more cars. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow, these guys are way back here. Trying to find, one second here, folks. I believe Shane McWilliams, yep. So Shane Williams in the 15th position. He is leading this second group, folks. They are way behind. They're 12.2 seconds behind this lead pack. Let's hop on board with Shane Williams and kind of see how far out they are. So again, he's leading this pack right now in the 15th position. You can't even see him right now. They're coming out of the corner at the moment. Might be able to see him down the backstretch. Shane Williams. These guys are basically cooked right now unless they get a caution. That's the bad news here, folks, at Daytona. Whenever you got green flag stops, basically a whole straightaway behind. There's no way they're going to run them down. But a new race leader out front, Michael James, makes the push. They catch this lead pack, and he goes all the way to the front, takes over the race lead. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Michael James, new race leader. Second is now Daniel Molnix. Then we have Craig Martin rounding out the top 3. Craig Martin all the way from Canada here, folks. I believe he is the lone Canadian in the field. Doing his country proud. Craig Martin up to second. But he wants to lead some laps as Michael James currently holds that spot, getting a big push there from behind in the 21 machine. That's Molnix. Then up top, we got the 63 of Kepf, giving that push to the 22 of Martin, and he's going to briefly take over that race lead. Through the tri-oval, that lap lead is going to go to Craig Martin out front. Not much help up to the top lane, though, so he's going to fall down. He ditches his teammate there. Well, that's not his teammate, but whoever was working with him, that's Kepf in the 63. He just ditched him. He said, later, loser. You go to the back, I'll stay up here. So Kepf is going to keep that in the back of his mind. He's like, all right, buddy, I'll remember that later on. Meanwhile, Isaiah Watcher's holding on to the 4th spot. In 5th, Nathan Fryer, the dirtiest driver in the game. It is a matter of time until Nathan Fryer right hooks somebody into the catch fence. Let's hop on board here in the Motorsports TV nose cam. Nathan Fryer to Salina, Kansas, currently in the 5th spot. Who's he going to hook, and when is he going to hook him? That is the question, folks. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We got guys on the radio. They're talking about saving some fuel now. So this is definitely a strategic race here tonight. You know, these fuel tanks are pretty low. We know they can only go probably 25 laps or so on fuel at most. Craig Martin still out front again. This second pack way back here. That's Shane Williams. They are 15 seconds behind this front pack. But how about this guy right here, Thomas Spencer? He has been defining his nickname tonight, doing a great job at it. The field filler, Thomas Spencer, I don't think he's been in the lead pack all night long. This guy doesn't even want to be in the lead pack. He's just out here logging laps. He just likes holding it to the floor, turning left, doesn't want to be competitive. So we're on board with the field filler himself, Thomas Spencer, running in the 19th position. I will give Thomas one thing. That is a one good-looking car. He's got Rentley on board, which I tell you what, Rentley, one of the best in the business. They are a sponsor to the league as well. He is really letting his sponsor down with the lack of talent behind the wheel. Thomas Spencer, folks. Meanwhile, we jump up to this front pack. Sam Hoff is falling in the line here in the 10th position. These guys are single file. They are working together to get away from that pack behind. It's just a matter of time before they come down pit road, though. I'm thinking in the next 5 to 8 laps, you'll probably see him. Just guessing. Now, fuel saving has to be important here, folks, because we know these guys don't have much fuel capacity, so they have to pit pretty often. And if you're leading the pack for quite a while, you're going to burn through that fuel because, as you know, if you're the lead car in a pack, you're going to be full throttle the whole time. When everybody else, they can kind of, get off the throttle a little bit and save. But we're checking out the chat. We got Brantley Roden in here. Welcome aboard, Brantley. Actually, no, there was no qualifying here tonight. We had the duels last week, so our grid was set. Speaking of Brantley Roden, we did the Harpoon Design Bring the Noise earlier. Well, let's hop up to the Harpoon Design Blimp. We got Brantley Roden flying up there. Brantley, if you got a copy, let us know what you're seeing up there in the chat. Wow, what a view. Incredible views up here, flying over Daytona International Raceway, Speedway, whatever you want to call it. We're at Daytona. How about we take a quick peep the paints? Connor Gerard, this is one of his favorite segments here. Time to peep the paints here. Let's take a look at some of these paint jobs. Zooming on in here, let's take a look. Nathan Fryer in the 14. We got some good-looking paints here tonight, folks. Nathan Fryer, one of them. One I will say is not very good. Let's find him. This guy's been slow all night long. He's got one of the ugliest cars. My least favorite driver in the field, Tim McBasketball. Look at this thing. You need to go see Brantley Roden. Tim, you need to pull it in the pits, tow the car, first of all. So just pull over, tow the car, close out the sim, open up your web browser, go to harpoondesign.com, and you're going to see a box there to submit for a paint with Brantley Roden. Paint start at just $25, Tim. There's no need to be out here looking like this. You hear me? $25 they all start at with Brantley Roden. So it is very affordable to not look like a bum out here at Daytona. It's one thing to be slow, Tim, but it's another to look slow. And you, sir, are both. And jumping back to your race leader, looks like Craig Martin still holding off James in the battle for the race lead out front. Again, it is a matter of time until these guys come down pit road. Not much fuel capacity in these ARCA cars here. I believe that it's probably 50% fuel, hell, maybe even less. Feels like they got to pit a lot. We're halfway done. 52 laps in the book here at Daytona International Raceway. Jumping around here, David Nemert currently in the 30th position. He has been struggling. Going back up front, though, Alex Anderson in 8th. These guys are single file. Looks like they are ready to pit just about any lap. They're staying single file, not racing each other. They continue to pull away from that second pack, it appears. Yeah, second pack is 15.6 seconds behind your race leader. Led by Braden McWilliams. Again, right here. The San Angelo, Texas native Braden McWilliams not happy to be in this second pack. And folks, I can tell you right here why this second pack has lost so much ground. They're like 16 seconds back. It's because of this guy right here, folks. The number 3, the field filler, Thomas Spencer, is just dragging this entire pack down. Probably costing him about 5 miles an hour. He's just slow, folks. Just flat out slow. Jumping back up front, though. These guys have not come down pit road yet, but I'm telling you, it is a matter of time here in the coming laps. We're heading into lap number 54 here at Daytona. You're watching the Patti Engineering 250. Star ARCA Cup Series season opener, folks. Last week we were here for the duels. Well, tonight we're here for the real thing. We had the field gridded up after the races last week. Had some entertaining ones, I might add. But here we are. We got some strategy racing rolling here. We had that one caution early on, and it's been straight green since then. We've already had one green flag pit cycle. We're probably going to be looking at another soon. Looks like they're going to keep it rolling here. Nobody taking the pit road entrance this time, which means there's some time for us to go over to our buddy, Larry McReynolds. He's got a quick message for you great fans. Take it away, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here. I believe I heard over the radio your race leader, Craig Martin, might be coming down pit lane. Let's take a look, though, see who's coming with him. There he goes down pit lane. Uh-oh. Wow, no help at all. That's unbelievable. That is not what you want to see if you're Craig Martin in that 22 machine. No help with him. He is on his own, has no draft help once he leaves pit lane. He is cooked, folks. So Michael James going to take over the race lead now. Looks like the rest of the field, though, going to come in this time, so that's going to hurt. Wow, that's kind of shocking there. Craig Martin goes down pit road. Everybody else stays out for one more lap just to kind of hang them out to dry. If you're Craig Martin, you better hope you did a no-tire stop. Uh-oh. Boy, Michael James was flying there. I don't know if we might get some speeding penalties here. We'll have to wait and see. But this whole front pack down pit lane. Oh, we got one wrecking. Caleb Yates is wrecked. We're still green, though. Tony Allison Jr. is junk as well. Green flag still out. Let's see what happened. Oh, my. Allison Jr. just flat out dumped him. Well, I tell you what, Allison Jr., he gave somebody an earful last week after getting taken out. Well, I hope the 70 returns the favor tonight. Pushing through the corner on the side of the car. Tony's trying to junk him, and he does. 70 comes up the track, pays him back. Oh, well, I don't know if the 70 was who dumped the 4 last week, but we got a little bit of a rivalry developing there between the 70 and the 4. So Zachary Tyler, your race leader now, but he has not come down pit lane. It appears O'Connor Zabosian, your leader out of the cars that have pit. I could be wrong. Actually, it is Isaiah Watchers. So Watchers, your leader. He's going to be your leader once Tyler elects to come down pit lane. So again, Zachary Tyler out here with some lap cars. Currently your race leader out of York, Pennsylvania. Just a matter of time, though, before he has to head down. Let's pull up the pit strategy board here. There you have it. He pit 24 laps ago. You saw the rest of the field come down last lap. So my guess is you're going to see him this time or the next time.
He could come at any moment, just like Christian Taylor here in the booth with Blake. How you doing, Blake?
Hey, I'm doing great, Christian. How are things going? You know, I don't think I mentioned it, but you and Jesse are actually live now with the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. How are things going down your way?
It's going good. Some decent racing so far. We had our first caution of the night. We are on lap, let me give you accurate information here, 21 as it's going back green, actually. One solo spin, you know, gave it the old slide job, but nonetheless, we're going to see what happens over there. 150 laps of North Wilkesboro action.
Well, that's going to be interesting. 150 laps at North Wilkesboro. You said you're on about lap 21, 22. Well, here we are on lap 59 out of 100 here at Daytona. You know, we've had a pretty clean race. We had one small wreck early on, and we've had 2 green flag pit cycles since then. This is probably the longest green flag full field I've seen at Daytona.
Yeah, as I say, look at that beautiful Haas paint job of Isaiah Waters right there. That is a beautiful machine.
Absolutely looks good, and you'll never believe, you know, who has been running pretty well tonight. This guy right here. Take a look.
Nathan Fryer's running good.
I don't know what's gotten into him. He looked good in the duels last week, and he's looking good so far here at Daytona. You know, normally this kid is a wrecking ball, but he's figured it out this season. Must have done some training in the offseason.
You know, it never fails for someone to get better. So it looks like he's running an Old Spice paint, one that actually looks good. After this stream, Blake, you should go over and check out some of the throwback paints that's happening at North Wilkesboro tonight. Logan Fashician or Smith, however you want to say his name, looks like he's running a great value version of Old Spice.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see that. I'm sure it's probably hideous because he is driving for us.
Well, he's got our logos on it, which is about the only good-looking thing on that truck.
And Christian, be sure to make a admin note. You know, our driver, Bryce Barfield, he's over here in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Well, he no-showed tonight, so he definitely got something.
Oh, no. I'll go ahead and book the chat. Oh. This logo just got moved out of the way over on the other stream, by the way.
Uh-oh. It looks like another caution over there then, or...
Yeah, he kept it straight.
That's good. Good to hear. But, oh, here comes Hoff making a move to the inside. They're going to ditch the 63 of Kep. Well, I tell you what, Christian, earlier, Kep got ditched as well. Nobody seems to want to work with this 63 machine. Sam Hoff going to take over the race lead in that 00.
So you got to tell me something, Blake. I saw the poll earlier in chat about is Sam Hoff cheating. What's that about?
Well, you know, he is the main admin over here. I believe he's the owner of the series, actually, and he's always up front. So, you know, a lot of our viewers are getting suspicious of things, and as you can see, he's out front once again.
Definitely. So I guess it is kind of fishy. You know, can you believe last night we were accused of race manipulation, Blake?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, Connor was saying something about we were telling drivers to purposely wreck each other, and that's just not the Hutchinson Motorsports TV way.
Absolutely not. We would never do that because, you know, we one thing I like seeing clean racing. I never want to see anybody wreck.
No, absolutely, and especially when it becomes an advantage for our drivers. No.
Eric Kep, though, gets a big push from the 10 of Bieber. Boy, I tell you what, you know, Justin Bieber's big brother out here, that is Travis Bieber. He's up to the second spot out of nowhere.
Wow. Just pure speed and skill here in the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Well, Blake, I'm going to head on back to North Carolina, North Wilkesboro Speedway, and I'm going to leave you to it. I'll be back over here probably before the race is over. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. 2 streams at once tonight, multi-streaming if you will. Make sure you're watching both of them and giving them both love and support for both leagues.
Absolutely. And one last question, Christian. Again, who's leading that race over there with the GLSR, Mr. Radiator Trucks?
It is Jerry Springer's long-lost cousin, Ricky Springer.
Ricky Springer. It's been a great season for him. Hopefully he can get the job done parking in Victory Lane. But, hey, we'll let you head back. Be sure to let them know, you know, Eric Kep over here leading the race. And we've got Travis Bieber and Sam Hoff as well up front.
Alrighty, I'll sure let them know. And ladies and gentlemen, Christian Taylor heading back to North Carolina.
About time, you know. That guy's finally out of here, guys. I thought he'd never leave.
I'm still here.
Oh hey, have fun, Christian.
Yep, bye.
There's Christian Taylor. Like he said, him and Jesse are simultaneously streaming. You know, we got 2 races going on at once here on the channel, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. If you check out the channel, you know, right-click the channel logo, and you click Open a New Tab. It'll bring up our channel. You'll see 2 lives going at once. Go to the other one. You can watch 2 lives at once, folks. Check out here. We're watching the Patti Engineering 250 here with the Superstar ARCA Cup Series, and they are streaming the, I don't even know the name of the race. Probably don't even have a name, honestly, but they are streaming the GLSR Mr. Radiator Trucks at North Wilkesboro as Eric Kep continues to lead the pack. But we check out our great chat here. Connor's still tuned in, chatting. He's watching both races at the same time. He is one of the GOATs here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Be sure to click the like button on the video. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers here. That would be a great feat if we can get it done. I believe we're around 830 or so last I checked. But we appreciate each and every one of our subscribers. You know, there's a lot going on here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Right now, folks, you won't believe it. We have like 6 or 7 series going on, including 2 of them on Wednesday nights. We've got a Thursday night series starting up soon. We've had a Saturday series going. We've got a Sunday series. We have a Monday series starting soon. I've always had a Tuesday series. It's just every single night, basically, here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So you got to click that subscribe button so you don't miss a single lap of action here. Nobody else streams more races every week than us. It's just a fact on the internet. These guys still racing hard. Eric Kepf out front, and the 60 right beside him there on the outside line. Isaiah Watrous leads that outside pack. And I've received word, you know, the Superstar ARCA East series, the feeder series to Cup is on the white flag of their race already. I tell you what, those are some quick races. Last season, you know, I was broadcasting the East, and well, they switched to the West mid-season. We'll just act like it's the same thing. But yeah, basically the feeder series I was broadcasting, you know, it was a fun time. It was good seeing those newer guys out there coming up through the rankings, and the short races were great. But it's good to be up here with the Cup Series, the premium drivers of the... But they have a great system where, you know, the front running East guys do get a chance to promote to Cups for the next season. So if they run good over there, they can make it up to here, including, I think we got 10 of them or so up here this season. We're in East or West last year. One of which is... Nathan Fryer. Nathan Fryer was in East and West last season. Well, here he is in Cup, and he's running up front right now. But we're heading into lap number 69. Next lap around, folks. Let's take a quick break here. We're going to be back in a moment. We're probably going to have one more pit stop coming in the next, 15 laps or so. So we'll be back by the time we start the green flag stops. Hutchinson Motorsports TV going side by side. And we are back here at Daytona. Nothing really changing up front here, folks. Isaiah Watrous still your race leader. Connor Zabosian second. Alex Anderson third. Well, I mentioned in the chat, folks, drop a comment in the chat, by the way. Let us know what you expect to happen, what you're hoping to happen, all that good stuff. But this has probably been the most green flag laps I've ever seen in a 38-car field at Daytona. I've had some races actually recently in other leagues. You know, I'm not going to call anybody out, but we've had some races in other leagues that we've had at least, I'd say, about 7 to 8 times more cautions than we've had tonight. But we'll leave it at that as Isaiah Watrous continues to lead the pack here. Let's see how many cars we got in this front pack. Quite a few, actually. Digging around here. It's like Ruben Rodas might be the last one in this pack here. So 14 cars in this front pack. The following pack, led by Braden McWilliams, they are 16 seconds behind, folks. They are cooked. They're out of it unless there's a caution. But reminder, we are going to have to pit one more time, just a matter of time. When are these guys going to want to come down pit road? 26 laps remain. These guys playing friendly so far. Is this thing going to stay green, or are these guys going to start getting antsy? I would not be shocked if we had a late caution that spiced everything up, but you never know here at Daytona. But we got the Tim McBasketball hater in the chat. He said he is super happy tonight. He is very glad to see Tim McBasketball finish 36th on the standings. But I was telling him, you know, the only thing that would have made it better is if he would have got 2 positions worse in 38th, which would have been last. We'll take a 36th. For the West Newbury, Massachusetts native, Tim McBasketball, big John Cena fan. John Cena retirement coming up. Tim McBasketball, that's all he's been talking about lately. He is just obsessed with John Cena. But Watrous continues to lead. Top 3 hasn't changed. Again, Daniel Molnick's in 4th. Nathan Fryer 5th. Michael James followed by Martin, Herlitzky, Kepf, and Bieber to round out your top 10. We got some guys pitting this time around. Not sure what group they are in. Here they go. It's the second pack. These guys all coming down pit lane. You know, they're basically done for anyways. Their only hope is if a caution comes out, so it's kind of smart. You know, pit under green at the big tracks is the way to go, because if the caution comes out, you're still on the lead lap, and then they pit, you don't. You're in a good spot. Carl Cantonis, Braden McWilliams, Shane Williams, Thomas Spencer, Chris Bush, Brian Marshall, and many others down pit lane. Boy, if I'm in this lead pack, I'm coming down pit lane ASAP. And here comes one all by himself, maybe a couple others. Thomas Spencer, looks like these guys actually going a lap down. They were that far back. They actually end up getting lapped. So if a caution comes out, they're not in a good spot. So they definitely need these guys to pit and then a caution come out. But again, Isaiah Watrous out of Mooresville, North Carolina, still your race leader. 23 laps remain. Connor Zabosian sitting in the second spot. My pick to win it here tonight, Connor Zabosian. Let's hop on board with him. Currently in the second spot. I tell you what, if I'm in that 45 machine, and he's coming down pit lane. Here comes all the race leaders, mostly. Looks like about half of that lead group coming down. And then the top 7 staying out there. Craig Martin, we got Kepf, Bieber, Hoff, Johnson, Coggin, and Rodas staying out. And I believe they're going to be coming down this time as well. So that's going to basically be the whole field once these guys cycle through the pits. Let's see who wins the race off of pit road. Looks like this group had a clean stop, Isaiah Watrous. So my bet is I'm thinking the 60 car is going to hold on to that race lead once they get up to speed. But for now, he's sitting in 10th right now, waiting for this lead pack to come down pit lane, and here they come. Craig Martin, currently your race leader down pit road. We got Alan Wild there. I believe he's a lap down. Not a good night for Wild. Meanwhile, Zach Tyler in the 8th position. He's on an alternate strategy, though, folks. As we pull up the pit strategy board here, take a look. So he pit 21 laps ago. So he's going to have to pit as well. So eventually, it looks like Travis Bieber leaving pit road. Let's see if he can hold on. He's just going to get steamrolled by this pack coming up behind him. Here's that first group that pit. They're blowing by him. Is he going to be able to tag on, or is he going to have to fall back to the following pack? Trying to get up to speed, not going to happen, especially with that slow Tim McBasketball, who's, I don't know, what, 7 laps down in front of him. So Tyler down pit road. That's going to give up the race lead. Connor Zabosian going to take it. Somehow gets around Isaiah Watrous. He is going to be your race leader with just 20 laps left to go, folks. You're watching the Patti Engineering 250 here at Daytona. Final pit stops are in the books if this thing stays green. Everybody should be good to go on fuel. Folks, please click that like button on the video for us. Really helps us out. Subscribe if you haven't. We got a quick message from our buddy, Larry McReynolds. Will be back here in a moment.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back, and you just heard it from America's crew chief, Larry McReynolds. Click that subscribe button here on Hutchison Motorsports TV. We are the world's #1 streaming service. We're watching Connor Zabosian. He was my pick to win it. Been my pick all night long. Well, here he is leading the pack out front. Looks like we've got 5 cars in this lead pack. But, folks, a reminder, though, it looks like 2 of them are actually lap cars. So we got the top 3 there, Zabosian, Watrous, and Anderson. Then we got 2 lap cars. And then 4th place of Molnix is leading that second pack that's trying to run them back down. They're about 4 seconds back. So if these guys keep it single file, I mean, they got this one in the books till the end, and they can drag race that last lap. But let's see how it plays out. This thing stays green. If you're in the second group, you know, you're starting to get antsy. Maybe you wreck somebody. We're going to wait and see what happens, though. We got a handful of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm counting 9 or so cars. And this pack, all single file. So, I mean, I think we're going to stay green, folks. I just don't see a wreck happening. All these groups are single file. They're trying to catch the group in front of them. But honestly, they're really going nowhere. So it appears it's going to be a 3-car battle for this race lead. Again, Zabosian, Watrous, and Anderson in this lead pack. "17 laps remain here. You're at the world's center of racing, Daytona International Speedway. Hutchison Motorsports TV with the Star ARCA Cup Series season opener, Patti Engineering 250. Great, clean racing so far, honestly, folks. I never would have imagined it had been this clean. Over-under for cautions, I think, was like 5.5. We've had 1. I think it's safe to say if you bet the under, you know, Dylan Johnson does a lot of work on the server. He does the betting app. There's a channel for bets. And again, the over-under, I think. Oh, no, caution is out of nowhere. Trying to find what happened here, folks. My log is not telling me anything. Trying to look around on what happened with this caution. I honestly have no clue. See if these guys were involved, maybe. I don't know. My log, normally it'll tell me who crashes, but that was not the case here. Still can't find it, folks. I have no clue. Oh, here we go. Finally. All right. Uh-oh, Sam Hoff. So Sam Hoff, he goes to the top line, wants to get around. He's in the second pack. Gets a bad push there, gets a little loose. Tries to straighten it out there. Looks like they got it figured out. And then what happens? Into the tri-oval. The 19 on that back bumper. Oh, just flat out junks him. Kind of surprised that brought out a caution with him being off of the racing surface in a one-car incident, essentially. But nonetheless, though, our second caution of the evening, we were able to find it, thankfully. That was pretty tough. These guys, I assume they're all going to stay out. You know, that's unfortunate, though, because we saw Zabosian, Watrous, and Anderson had this one in the bag. They were in a breakaway pack. Nobody's going to be able to catch them, but caution comes out. Now it's anybody's race. 25 cars on the lead lap, folks. We're going to take probably our last break of the night, but you never know. We'll be back in a moment going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side. Second caution of the night. We are back here at Daytona, folks, about to have our second restart of the evening. Just about 10 or so laps left to go. You know, under caution, our new look there doesn't show the laps for some reason. We're working on how to get that fixed. But nonetheless, you're going to see the pace car head in. Zabosian going to be on the high side. Watrous on the bottom side. The fans are on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air. 12 laps remain here at Daytona. See if these guys play nice or if they are going to be aggressive and junk each other. They say cautions, breed cautions. Well, let's see if we can figure it out and keep it green. Again, just our second caution of the night just happened. Side by side, guys are getting antsy. One stuck into the middle there. Nowhere to go, still stuck in the middle. Nobody wants to help him. He's going to fall back pretty quick. That seems to be the 29 machine of Zachary Tyler. The York, Pennsylvania native trying to get up to the high side. He's going to finally squeeze in. Meanwhile, back out front, Zabosian trying to hold on to the lead. He's blocking 2 lanes of traffic. Zabosian holds the top line, but here comes the bottom. Watrous on the bottom in the 60 machine with a big push. Is Zabosian going to stay up high or is he going to go low? Sticking with the high side, too late to block now. He's going to roll the top. Down the back stretch with just 11 laps left to go. Zabosian, your reader, Molnick second, followed by Watrous, Anderson, Coggin in your top 5.
Come back to a nail biter over here. Christian Taylor back here. Blake, see that the race action is heating up here in the Star ARCA Cup series.
Absolutely. We just had our second caution of the night. We just took the green. You know, it was a bad feeling. We know the top 3 were in the breakaway pack with 2 lap cars. They had it in the bag. And the caution comes out from a solo car wreck, basically.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we just had 2 cars spin into pit road. One hit the pit road barriers head on, and then caution didn't come out.
Oh. Now, is that race over then, or what's going on?
Nope, we are on lap 97 of 150. You still have Jerry Springer's lost cousin, Ricky Springer, leading the way. He is dominating that race over tonight. Honestly, no one else has a chance. I don't know why they're still running. They should have started a checker. But you do have Ben Pierce up 7 positions from where he started in the 2nd position. You have Christian Rowdy Angel in 3rd. Steve Tucker up 10 positions tonight in 4th. And rounding out your top 5, Diego Sainz in the 99 Chevy.
Yeah, Christian, here I'm thinking these guys are probably going to wreck again. They are driving way more aggressively than they have all night long, and they say cautions breed cautions. I think that's going to be what happens here shortly because we are now 3 wide.
Well, you know, it is, and I quote, go time here in this race.
It actually is, as Zabosian's still your race leader. And honestly, for the first time, Christian, I can say I actually did pick him to win this race the whole time. And he is actually leading right now. So let's see if he can hold on. But we've got a hard battle. And here comes Watrous again on that bottom line. He's looking to take back the race lead. He's going to do so.
Looks like the 33 and 29 are trying to get that high line organized, but they're going to need some more help if they're going to do it. But, caution's out.
Jordan Warnick is junk. Looks like another limit. Oh, in the back. The guy's in the back, always wrecking. Oh, my. Basically in a battle for last. 24 just flat out junked him. I think he came down, though, honestly. But
I was about to say, if he junked him, that was a hard left turn.
Yeah, the hard left turn, but he junked him. Look at that. 28 comes down the track, and then for good measure, 24 takes out the 98 as well.
How dare 24 hold his line? That was dirty. You just hold your line? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy. The 24 just flat out junked him. David Nemert, you should be ashamed. Unbelievable.
I mean, I've never heard of this holding your line junk.
In a battle for last, he's running 33rd, Christian, but 32nd is important. We're going to have about, I don't know, probably like 5 laps to go by the time we go back green.
Has Connor Gerard put this race on the intense meter yet?
Now, he did earlier, Christian. He gave it a 20 out of 20. Now, Connor, if you're tuned in still, which I know you are because this is a Hutchinson Motorsports TV broadcast, what is this race right now? If it was a 20 out of 20 earlier, there's no telling what you got it at the moment. Christian, we are up to
keep an eye out.
831 subscribers right now. We appreciate all of our subscribers here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. They must be listening to Larry McReynolds tonight.
And definitely so. I mean, that's why would you not listen to America's Crew Chief? But a little bit of an update, Blake, and I guess we should probably not mention this on the air. So let's go ahead and mute our mics. All right, now that our mics are muted, I've been blowing up Bryce Barfield's phone. I finally got an answer, and he was like, "What do you mean there's a race tonight?" He just flat out lied to me and said that he had something come up, but I could tell he really just forgot about this race.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. You know, Christian, I'm going to unmute us here shortly. I'm not going to say this on air, but I'm definitely probably going to fire him from Hutchinson Motorsports TV ride.
And rightfully so. I mean, how could you just miss a race like this?
Yeah,
I mean,
ridiculous. All right,
unprofessional.
Hang on here. I'm going to get back. We are back here at Daytona. You know, it's unfortunate. Some of our drivers missing the race, the season opener. You know, a bad way to start the season. Bryce Barfield, I sure hope everything's all right with Bryce, Christian.
I sure hope so, too. We would never wish any harm. We are understanding here, so we'll probably give him a pass. You know, we never know what could happen. Life happens, you know.
Yeah, but Christian, looks like we got an update on the intensity meter from Connor Gerard. This race now, Christian, it's a 22 out of 20.
Oh, so we have broken the meter. My oh my, who's going to take home the first race of the season? Is it going to be Isaiah Waters, who has led most of the race, from what I've seen at least? I could be wrong there, as I haven't been watching everything. Or could it be Connor Zabosian in his SpongeBob helmet, or whatever that was briefly before it changed?
Yeah, I don't know, but let's take a look. So Zabosian's led 13 laps. Waters has led 25 laps. And then Molnick's behind them. Yeah, he's going to lead a lap. So he's sitting in the third spot, hasn't led a single lap. He's waiting for the last one, Christian.
Yeah, you don't have to lead the most. You just have to lead the post, if you will.
Yeah, but he's sitting in the third spot here. Let's take a look at some, you know, when we talked about, 1 second here. I believe it was this guy right here. No, it wasn't. Sorry, hang on. All right, here he is, Ruben Rodas. We mentioned this town last week, Christian. What do you know about Powhatan, Virginia?
I don't know much, but is that his car killing people in the grandstands? I'm sorry, that completely caught my eye, and I know that's not what you asked, but
I have no clue what you're talking about.
look at his profile picture, or his picture right there.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I see, and he's got somebody circled. That must be a family member.
I guess so, but nonetheless, Powhatan, Virginia.
Christian, I'll answer it for you. It is a dump.
It's so much of a dump, they like threw dice with letters on them to name the town.
That's basically what it seems like. It seems like they drew letters out of a hat to name the town, and that's what they came up with.
Powhatan. I can't even say it.
Yeah, but your front row, it's going to be Watris on the inside, Zabosian on the outside. Here tonight, I believe we're going to have, again, I don't know, because I mentioned it earlier, we do not have the lap count during yellow, which is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I think there are about 5 laps remaining once we go green.
It's going to be I would say a drag race, but it's such a big track. It's going to be a very intense battle. There's no way we'll make it back to their checkered, I have a feeling, after this restart. As Jesse Becker probably thinks I've forgotten about him over there. But honestly, you know, Jesse, have you sit next to him before?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, he needs some of Logan's Old Spice is all I can say.
Yeah, and you know, half the time he doesn't even show up for work, so I think he'll be all right, you know, in the booth for 10 laps or so by himself.
Yeah, I think so, as they are 118 laps. But nonetheless, pace car is going to be heading out of this field's way. He looks scared, and he should be with all these mean machines behind them.
Absolutely. The field is set into the restart zone. The fans on their feet, off their seats. Green flag in the air. 5 laps remain in the Patti Engineering 250 season opener debut for season number, I don't even know. I think we're in season 4 of the Star ARCA Cup series.
If you are in the top 10, you are in contention for this one. It could be anyone's race. Heck, you could be back there in the battle for last. Everyone in front of you could wreck. You could drive through as this cameraman's laying on the track. We don't care about his well-being.
Not at all, as Watchers is on the bottom line, holding on to the race lead. Zabosian getting hooked up with Alex Anderson. I tell you what, 2 of the most talented drivers in the field are hooked up on the high side. Keep an eye on that high line.
That high line's ripping it around. As look at this shot as the cars rumble down the backstretch, full speed. That's the front stretch.
Fryer trying to jump somebody. He's back to his old ways, Christian. That 14 of Nathan Fryer's getting dangerous.
But he's on a move, though. This might be good for him. Look at that top line. It's all hooked up as they all immediately get into the wall as soon as I start talking about them.
This is getting sketchy right now, Christian. I think we're about to see that wreck. Man, they're tearing the wall down. They need to repair the wall after this race. Oh my, they're trying to junk each other in the middle line there. There's gonna be a wreck. There's no way this thing stays green. These guys continue to tear the wall down on that high line while the middle line is trying to junk one another.
Oh my goodness, sparks galore as they're heading through the front stretch, coming to 3 to go this time around. I'm going to stay right here in Daytona to watch the exciting end of this race.
Absolutely, this thing getting dicey there from about 5th all the way back to 20th. These guys throwing crazy maneuvers, and here comes the 22, gets around the 1 of James.
On the move on that high side, it looks like the top line takes note of how fast that high line's moving. They're going to slide on up, kind of leaving the middle lane exposed, but it's just trying to keep the momentum in control of all the lines.
I've never seen so much wall riding at Daytona. This is incredible. Every single corner, you see somebody just stuff it into the fence, and they just stay in it.
Definitely something.
Look out. Might be coming here. Oh, here it comes.
Oh!
Whoa, able to keep it.
But
2 to go. We're on. There it is. They're junk.
Oh, big wreck.
Look out.
Oh, 25 hard into wall. I hope 25 is okay.
Boy, that was just a matter of time. Those guys were being a little wild there, it seemed like, but here it is. Oh, my, 2 just get turned at the same time. Head-on collision. Here it is. Let's get Hutchinson Motorsports chopper cam in here. All right, here it is, Christian. Take a look. You're going to see one on the high side get hooked to the bottom, one on the low side get hooked to the top, and they just meet in the middle and head-on smoke each other. Here it is. Wham!
Wham!
Right on cue.
And there's nowhere to go
wow.
for anyone in the back. Oh, my gosh. That 19 took a hard hit. There's a few hard hits involved in this one. The Fryer Medical Center is going to be busy here tonight.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, look out. Oh, that one almost had an ARCA break from hell.
He was about to get the all-gas
line. This guy
line.
never lifted. Who is this? Hang on. Take a look. Right here. I have no clue who that is. There's just so many cars, I'll never find it. That was a close call, though.
Ooh, he was all gas, no brakes with it. You know what I mean?
Dylan Johnson, one of them jumped, though. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just all kinds of cars. This guy never lifted. The 28, that's terrible. Here it is, Jordan Warnick. All right, Christian, we are going to hop on board, Mr. Jordan Warnick. Take a look at this. He sees them all wrecking, and he doesn't even care. All right, here it is. He's way back here. Into the tri-oval. They're all junking it. Never lifts. Still floored. Still floored. Still floored. He lifts a little bit. No brake. No brake. Taps the brake. Stays in it. Never lift brakes. And he just rolled right by it. But caution comes out again. We're going to get a green, white, checkered here in the Patti Engineering 250 at Daytona. Season opener here with the Star ARCA Cup Series.
All righty. Well, with this one coming to a close, so is the Harpoon Design 150 over there for Mr. Radiator Truck Series. They got 18 laps to go, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to catch the end of this one. I do got to get back over there with Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, but make sure you go to both videos, give them a like. I see we're having a good night tonight. I see 20 people over here, and it's not even telling me the number over there. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I think it was 30
18 over
earlier.
there.
Yeah, it was 30-something earlier, and some have dipped out. Since we had that long green run, people weren't seeing them junk it yet, so some people left, but they're going to miss a great ending here. But, hey, we wish you the best of luck over there in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. See if Springer can take that race home.
All righty, and he's getting reeled in by Christian Rowdy, so going to be an interesting ending. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Taylor out for the evening for Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.
Yep, later on, there's Christian Taylor checking in from the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck broadcast. Again, folks, we are simultaneously broadcasting 2 races at once here. We've got Jesse Becker on the call over there. I'm on the call over here. We're going to get a green-white checkered. I kind of figured this would be how this plays out, folks. Had that long green run from about lap, 10 all the way up till lap 90 or whatever it was. And now we've had back-to-back cautions. Isaiah Watrous, though, your race leader here. Let's pan over to our buddy Larry McReynolds. Has another message for you, folks. What do you got, Larry? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here at Daytona. We're about to get a green-white checkered finish in the season opener with the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. This is our 4th caution of the night. Again, folks, we had a long green flag run from about lap 10 all the way to lap 90 or so. Well, here we are, back-to-back cautions, essentially. Caution number 4 just happened. In the chat, though, we got Bones Does tuning in. Welcome aboard, Bones. We appreciate you tuning in once again. Connor Gerard out there. Isaiah Watrous in the chat has his phone in the car with him. He says manifest a win for him. Isaiah, I just can't do it. You know, I'm kind of pulling for Connor Zabosian to win this race. I hope you junk it. But the field is set. Pace car going to take the hard left. Get out of the way. The fans haven't sat down all night long. Nothing's going to change. They're on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air. Green, white, checkered at Daytona. Looking clean so far going into turn 1. Zabosian going to take the race lead on that high line. The bottom lane looks better connected, though. Can Watrous get a push from the 21 of Molnix? On to the backstretch. Can we get to the white flag, folks? They're going to have to junk it here to get another caution, and it looks like that might just happen as it's a hornet's nest, through the middle of the pack. But right now, Zabosian, your race leader, wants to get to this white flag, does not want to see a wreck. What's going to happen? We know they're going to junk it by the end of this race, but can they get to the white beforehand? Zabosian gets pinned down to the bottom. He's going to side draft the best he can, has no help. White flag in the air, we're going to have a finish. New race leader out front. It's Alex Anderson with a big push from the 22 of Martin. They are 3 wide for about 5th spot. Zabosian gets a bad push there. We got one sideways. The 9 is junk. Oh my. The 3 of Spencer is into the wall hard. We're still green. There's one wall riding right now. Green flag still out. Going into turn 3. Alex Anderson, still your race leader with a push from the 22, and the 5 gets junked. Oh my, the 00 of Sam Hoff comes up the track, smokes the 1. Big move from the 22. 67, not clear, smokes the wall. He's toast. It's a drag race. Out front, Craig Martin, the only Canadian in the field. Checkered flag in the air. Craig Martin wins the Patti Engineering 250. Wow, what a finish. The whole field basically ended up junking it on that last lap, but we were able to get to the white flag first. So Martin wins it, senior in second, and Michael James rounds out your podium. What a great finish. The Canadian Craig Martin gets it done here tonight. Let's hop over for the last time to our buddy Larry McReynolds. Then we're going to come back here for our top 3 interviews with Star ARCA Cup Series.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back.
We are back here at Daytona. You just saw Craig Martin pull off the pass of the century. Gonna burn it down in victory lane here tonight. We're going to get our top 3 in here for some interviews. That's going to be Martin, Senior, and James. Let's take a look at the voice channels. Give me a moment here, folks. Michael James Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, what a run for you. Able to put it on the podium there on the last lap to bring home 3rd. What did you see out of your windshield there?
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy end there, but for the last, it seemed like half the race, we just had our entire Race Tech, Real Tech racing team controlling the front 3 lines. So I figured we had pretty good odds of doing something good there. But yeah, that last lap got kind of hectic. We lost a couple people, but glad I was able to get on the podium still, and I think my teammate Daniel got right behind me still, so ended up being a good race.
Absolutely. Again, a good top 3 run to start off the season for you. Has to feel pretty good. It's a long season up here in the Cup Series. Now, last season, how did you do up here?
Last season was my rookie season. Made pretty much every rookie mistake you could make. Had a couple good top 10 finishes, and then the ones where I didn't finish up there, I was, did something stupid and took myself out of the race for the most part. But yeah, this was a good start to this season, and also congrats to Craig and Hunter. That was a heck of a race for those 2 on that team to put it on the podium with 6 other teammates up in front of them to start that off.
Absolutely. That last lap looked like just madness. About, I'd say, probably 3/4 of the field ended up junking it, but you're able to cycle through there, and it looks like you got a good dooring there early on in the lap, but you were able to survive.
Yeah, I think me and Sam got together a little bit. I don't know where he came from. I couldn't see out my window, but I'm glad I didn't take him out. So we just kind of stuck together for a little bit, and we're able to pull it out.
Absolutely. Well, hey, it worked out for you. A top 3 finish onto the podium here tonight to start the season. Before you head out, you got any shout outs or anything for our fans at home?
No shout out to do this all by myself. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, great job. That was our 3rd place finisher. Confident there. James putting it onto the podium, and he's already out of here, folks. He dropped the mic. Now let's try to find our 2nd place finisher, Hunter Sr. Trying to scroll through all these channels here, folks. Give me a moment. Hunter Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a run for you. You know, that last lap was madness. Looked like you and your teammate were able to get through all the wrecks going on and put it 1-2.
Yes, sir. That was it was pretty hectic.
I would say that's an understatement. I think 3/4 of the field might have junked at that last lap, but you guys were flying around there, able to clear all the trouble, and then you push your teammate Craig Martin to victory lane. What were you seeing out of your front windshield there that last lap?
Pretty much just juicy spider. That's all I wanted to see. Either way, I could have taken, if I would have got taken out, as long as he would have won, that would have been the benefit of my night, and that's all I could have asked for, is getting to see him win. That was the best thing ever. So big congratulations to Craig on that.
Absolutely, good teamwork there. Now, last season, how'd you do in the standings here in the Cup Series?
I finished 2nd.
Okay, well, all right. Well, it has to feel pretty good to start the year. Now, last year, did you start the year off well, or did you have trouble at Daytona?
Oh no, yeah, no, I had a pretty bad season last season, last start to the season last year. The kind of incident, and kind of got suspended in Vegas for some temper problems. But yeah, it didn't start off too great.
Yeah, well, hey, that definitely happens sometimes, but you don't have to worry about that here tonight, putting it into the 2nd position. Now, before you head out, you got any shout-outs or anything to let our fans at home know?
Yes, sir. So everybody in this field that, we worked with tonight, Jared, Brian, Craig, and, our Juicy Spider sponsor, that the last 10 to go, where we had me, Brian, and, Craig up on the outside lane. That's what we want, is to be that formal, to be that organized. We worked really hard with it, just like in the duels with me and Donald, we did the same thing. We're really, we believe in our package here in the restrictor plates, and we think that we're going to be flawless every single time. So big thanks to those guys. Donald is the leading guy behind it. He gives all the ideas, and he's the guy who's helping us the most. He's a genius when it comes to this stuff. He's amazing at restrictor plates, and couldn't say more thanks to those guys. Everybody at Juicy Spider, with Mike, Nick, Josh, Jared, and Donald, every single one of them, they're the people that are on this car, and they're the people that make this happen. They're editing, they're absolutely amazing. And Cosman and Splash and Go for the paint schemes. Big thanks to everybody.
Absolutely. Well, hey, a great run for you. Last season you said you finished 2nd with a bad start. Well, you're off to a good start here. Maybe you can get one spot better at the end of the year.
I hope so, and I hope to keep talking to you guys throughout the season.
Absolutely, and I'm sure we will. But hey, congratulations again on your 2nd place finish here tonight.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great night.
Yep, you too, buddy. That was Hunter Sr., our 2nd place finisher, but now it is time to bring in the star of the show, tonight's winner, Craig Martin. Let's get him in here. Craig, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Blake, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, but not as good as you. You were able to cycle through all that madness with some help from your teammate. You pull off the victory after there were probably 5 different wrecks going on that last lap.
Oh yeah, that was a huge mess, and I was just happy to get through it clean. And I mean, huge thank you to Hunter, because he helped me so much get through there, and that's probably a big reason for the win right there. Just being able to have your teammate got your back and pushing you on for the victory.
Absolutely. It always helps to have a teammate, especially here at super speedways, because most of the time you can't really count on that guy behind you to stay with you, but when you have a teammate, you definitely can.
Yep, for sure.
But hey, now what were you seeing out of your front windshield when you're going through all those cars, getting around all the wrecks, and getting into the lead spot there in the last lap?
I was just running some tunnel vision. I kept high because that was the fastest part of the racetrack. I knew if I could get high and then at some point cut down, I'd have the best shot to win. But I saw a couple cars turned, a couple cars on fire, thrown up into the fence, and I just kept my foot in it and just got to go, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, it paid off for you. And then one last question. What does it say that you're the only Canadian in the field and you end up winning the race tonight?
That's awesome. I mean, I don't know I don't know if there's any special magic. I don't know. Maybe there's no tariffs on my car tonight, but everything was going pretty well.
Well,
I thought it was dead at some point because At one point, I had 2 minutes of damage, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to come back from this, but I was able to get it mostly fixed up. The guys behind the wall, they did a great job, and yeah, put my car back together.
Absolutely, definitely overcame some adversity tonight, parking it in victory lane at Daytona. Now, last question, actually, one more question. How did you run last season here in the Cup Series?
I ended up finishing fourth overall.
All
so,
right. Well, hey, has to feel pretty good. You and your teammate, I know Hunter mentioned he got second last season. You got fourth. Well, you're starting off 1-2 at Daytona, so has to give you a pretty good shot going into the start of the season here.
Absolutely, pretty strong start. I mean, we had a couple other teammates kind of wreck out, so it would have been nice to see them in the top 5. But 1-2, I'll definitely take that all day long.
Absolutely. And then, hey, I guess the final thing, you got any last words or comments for our fans at home after parking it in victory lane here in the Patti Engineering 250?
Absolutely. Got a shout out to Cosman at Splash and Go Graphics. He does all our car designs. And I mean, this thing's just, I don't know if you put some special rub on it. It slipped through the wind pretty easy and had some pretty good lap times. And definitely my teammates, Donnie, Jared, Brian, Hunter, and Jared. I mean, great teammates. We all came together for this year and hopefully put on some pretty good races. And of course, my dad, which I'm guaranteeing is going to be watching this back.
All right. Well, hey, it's always good to see family getting involved here in iRacing, and good to see you park it in victory lane for the first race of the season. I'm sure we're going to hear from you much more throughout the season.
Sounds good, Blake. And if not, then pull me up in an interview. I'd love to talk anytime.
Absolutely. Well, hey, congratulations once again, Craig, parking in victory lane.
Thanks, man. Have a great night.
Yep, you too. There was Craig Martin, your winner here tonight, taking home the Patti Engineering 250, folks. The season opener with the Star ARCA Cup Series. You just watch Hutchinson Motorsports TV action. Be sure to click the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, because it's the only place you're going to find Star ARCA Cup action all season long. But hey, folks, that's really about all we got. So we're going to close out the night there. Come on back next week. We're going to be here same time, same place. But hey, tomorrow night we're going to be on air with the Average Joe's Truck Series. Then Saturday, we're going to be back with Redemption iRacing Series. Sunday, we're going to have some IMSA-style racing if you're up for some road action. We do that as well on Sunday. And then Monday, we're back. Well, oh, no, Mondays doesn't start till later on. In a couple weeks, we're going to have a Monday race. So we're going to be off Monday. Tuesday, back for the Stars and Stripes Series. And then Wednesday, back here, same time, same place with all this stuff going on. But, hey, that's about all we got here. We appreciate you folks tuning in. And I'm Blake Hutchinson in the booth, signing out. 42 right there with him. Smokes him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the whole field. It's junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh, my goodness. Turn. He got dumped in the IMSA racing. Caution is out. Oh, he's dead. Toward each other with their chunks in.